Welcome back to NPC Plays Skyrim. I am Alien Meat, and I will be your continuing tour guide. Today, I believe we're going to be looking for the Ring of Namira. So, how do we start that? Well, you might notice I'm in Understone Keep in Markarth. You might want to be here too. And the Hall of the Dead is where we begin this. So let's talk to Brother Verulus here.
If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no. You can't go in there.
Why not?
I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon.
Oh, but I need in there. So, have some cash.
Well, the priesthood of Archay always accepts generous donations.
And I am always generous.
Some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside.
Oh, fun.
We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Archay will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Tread lightly in the hall. You don't know what's in there.
Right, so Namira, you might be familiar with, at least through Namira's rot, the fungus that grows is good for health potions. Namira, Daedric Prince, I think of pestilence? If not pestilence, then...
Not many would walk blindly
okay.
into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear.
Okay.
I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls.
Well, that is how we fixed the Irish problem.
It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay. I will tell you everything you have forgotten.
Not to say Blind Aggie is the nicest lady on the planet, but I don't recall having cannibalized anything recently. We'll just take a quick blessing of the dead.
You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands you. You can let go of your guilt.
I'm not a cannibal.
A lot of our kind block out the memory of their first meal. The shame is too much. But you don't need to hide anymore. Namira, the Lady of Decay,
It's not that
accepts
I'm
you for what you are.
hiding
She
it.
has a place for us where we can sate our appetite.
It's that you're forcing me to roleplay a cannibal. But since we're doing it anyway, where are we going?
It's inside Reachcliff Cave.
Of course it is.
But the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
But... oh, you're still there. I thought you got to teleport. When do I get to do that? When? Well, I guess I get to tell them everything's okay. Well, I'll go finish that up, and then when I see you all again, we'll be at Reachcliff. Alright, here we are at Reachcliff. You might notice I have Shadowmere with me for people who pay attention. I might be the listener of the Assassin's Guild. I also have a nicely forged tiara that helps me keep 2 standing stone powers. I've got some vampire armor. I took off a corpse. Some other things that come in handy. I had to play for a little while. You can't progress until you play just a little bit. Things were getting a little too overwhelming. But still Blind Aggie. Still something to love. Let's go and kill a bunch of things. I think I've cleared Reachcliff previously for another quest. Oh, there she is. Howdy.
You've come. The Draugr infesting Namira's sanctuary are inside.
Alrighty.
Then I'll wait.
I don't really need help. Stool.
Clear Namira's sanctuary of the undead.
Yeah.
Then I'll wait.
Yeah, okay. Level 37. Right. I've taken some liberties with my own powering. The problem is, trying to queue up these quests, a number of them are at the very end of a number of quest lines. The Thieves Guild, you have to be to the end of that before you can do anything with the Skeleton Key. There's other things to do with the Mages Guild, so you can get that Daedric book, and so on. So again, I haven't been doing this just to have... Well, okay, I've been doing this to have fun, because I like to have fun. Who doesn't like to have fun? But I also needed more spells. That's not what I wanted to do. Like this spell, right here. That's a beautiful thing. So I got to be in the Mages Guild, I got to learn some more conjuration tricks. Oh, a Death Lord. Lucky me. Just gonna... Might have picked up a couple shouts here and there. But this bow is so nice, I can't really sing its praises enough. I've improved my conjuration enough to where my summoned weapons now allow me to trap souls, so I'm never wanting for enchanting. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing. I think I'll get to sneaking. If I can remember my... Let's see what Draugr we've got waiting on us up. The only downside to using a summoned weapon is when you're sneaking around and it disappears and you have to resummon it. The act of summoning it itself really kind of gives the whole game away. So it has been tricky trying to compensate for different playstyles with that. Again, whether you stealth assassin versus just pure mage, because mages, it's really glass cannon. I'd rather be, I don't know, glass A-bomb. Right, so it goes away, pop it down. But I don't have to worry about picking up arrows. But yeah, you see, they can start noticing me now since I summoned something. Trick is to find out where they are before they find out where I am. I like that I had a Death Lord right at the entrance and everything else has just been a scourge. And the train says hello. What do we got? An iron? No, I don't need that. This doesn't seem to be the most involved quest. I don't know if I'm just laying out a banquet for them by destroying the dead. Ooh, good shot. Oh yeah, and just for reasons, I just wanted to say something about the vampire armor. It doesn't look like that in the armor screen. It just makes your tits hang out if you have tits to have hang out. That's... I don't know. It's a little over the top, like with the the Savior's hide, right? Putting that on as a man gives you full coverage, but the lady's Savior's hide, of course, dips down to the neck. I don't know if that's a whim of a Daedric prince, right? That her scene wanted to see some cleave, but I have some kind of inkling that it's just a really fucking exhausted trope that needs to go away. Started playing 14 that just came out. That should give you a timestamp for when I'm recording this. There's some unnecessary jiggling even going on in that. I mean, the Final Fantasy games weren't originally about fan service, and then they kind of just started devolving that way, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. But one of the good things is about the armor system anyway. Once I put on something that isn't made out of cloth, the tits stop jiggling everywhere, and it's just a breastplate. It isn't even like a modified, so you have big titties breastplate. It's just a really nice, you know, a bit larger, I guess, in the front, depending, kind of thing. So you don't have to worry about the nonsense of tit-encrusted armor. It's a pet peeve. Sorry if you're just bored to tears. Yeah, I've totally been through here. Alright, so I've just closed a door I'd opened already. I think I might have been here for the Galder Legend series of quests. I'm pretty sure that's what the Reachcliff stuff was for. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2 Deathlords. Let's get a good hit then. Oh, it's a Scourge with a Deathlord hat. Alright. Well, I missed. I never said I was a good shot. Alright. Death Overlord. That's a new one. Oh, just keep shooting arrows. One of the nice things about Skyrim is that you can eventually become pretty OP, depending on what you're trying to do. Right now, I've mostly just got... I've upgraded my archery to the point where it's doing a considerable amount of damage. And again, with... hey, Artog would like that. I think he has one of those. And with the bound weapons, of course, they do extra damage. And so forth. That's... No, I think I'd remember if I were in here, in this room. I can't help but imagine what kind of wonderful things are going to be going on here. Well, let's get back to the front.